Talk about your money now. For the third time since the summer, the Bank of Canada is raising interest rates. For the latest on this, let's go live to CP24's Nathan Downer for some analysis.
That's right. We've been sharing reaction with you throughout the day. We've got Tom Storey joining us, an agent with Royal LePage. And I think for many, the biggest concern with this hike is the impact on the market, especially for new buyers. What do you think the impact might be?
I think the impact is going to be marginal, and the reason why is that the difference in gap between supply and demand, specifically in Toronto, is still so large where this might hurt a handful of buyers and take them out of the market, but overall throughout the year, it's still going to be a year we're going to see an uptick because there's just such a big gap there.
That's not bad. So if we do have more hikes this year, that's the prediction, two more, what impact might that have?
One thing I would look at is if you currently own a property and you have a variable mortgage rate and you're at the top end of what you can afford on a monthly basis, I would look and see if right now is an opportunity to lock into a fixed rate if you can, just in case rates do go up again, because it's looking like that could happen.
All right. Do you think overall that this hike was justified?
I think it's justified because if you look at the Canadian economy in total, we've been trending in the right direction. Everything's looking really good. Unemployment's very low. You know, immigration's great. So everything's working as we would like it to work. The only part of the economy that maybe hasn't been trending the same direction is the real estate market. And the reason why that is because the government came in with a fair housing plan to cool it down on purpose.
So that's really the bigger issue as opposed to the hike?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Yes.
So what would you say to younger buyers that are trying to get into the market? Because this might be really tougher for them.
It's definitely tough. Whenever new regulation comes in, it's hardest on the first-time home buyers because they don't already have equity in a home that they own. They're not moving up. They're trying to get into the market, and especially in Toronto, it's probably a condominium-type property, and that's where everyone's looking to buy. So the bank of mom and dad is still a very real thing, and you'll probably need a little bit of support to get into the market.
Yeah, be nice to your parents.
Be very.
What is it about this market that it seems to always be protected in itself, and it doesn't have any major issues?
I think what it is it comes down to Toronto is such a great place to live. And when you look on a global scale, the quality of life that we offer to people and why people immigrating into Canada move to the urban centers like Toronto, I think that's why over time prices will continue to rise, maybe not like they did at the beginning of last year, but at a healthy rate moving forward.
All right. And as far as banks pretty much following the Bank of Canada's lead, how quickly will that happen?
I think it happens when one of the big banks does it first and then they all follow afterwards. So I expect that to happen fairly soon.
All right. Tom Storey, agent with Royal LePage. Appreciate your time. All right, Nick, we'll give you more reaction throughout the day to the hike. Back to you.
Okay, well, look.